Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at some secret bases, and we're going to go from number 10 all the way to number 1, and 10 on the list as the secret painting base. And the first 5 bases that we're going to look at are really basic and just, they're not that difficult to make either. So if you do get bored of those, or if you have seen them before, then bear with me. And I promise you the last few bases will be really great. So just stick around for a bit and see what you think about it. So first we have the secret painting base, and it's really simple. Most Minecrafters know about it already. You just basically stick a painting on the entrance and you can enter in there. And here's the base filled with cake and paintings. So this base would work really well in a house where you have tons of paintings, as long as you don't keep it on ground level where someone could accidentally walk into it. If you keep it a little bit higher, it's a little bit harder for people to get into the base without actually knowing about it. So let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros, I can't really think of any, except for that fact that it is a secret base. The cons, everyone knows about it. Anyone can get in when you are gone. Even mobs, like the sheep for example, could sneak in there and just wait for you. Anyway, it is clearly visible if it's not placed properly, so on the outside here, anyone could see it. Whoa, the sheep is like blending in with the painting. And, look, now everyone knows about it. Even the mobs know about it. And as you can see right there, the zombie just went inside. And he's just like, oh my god, I found a secret base. Yeah, he's all happy. This next one is not that great either, but it is a secret base, so I guess it counts. Let's get some wood here because we are in creative mode. Basically, you have a tree. You dig underneath the tree blocks. So if you destroy these blocks, there's going to be a secret entrance down there. And you have to make sure you collect the tree blocks and replace it as you go down. Now the pros for this base is that obviously it's really well hidden, but the cons are that it's hard for you to locate yourself. It can be found really easily if someone needs wood or decides to dig around here, and it will be exposed if the tree catches on fire. Also, you have to replace the wood every time you enter and exit, which can be a real pain. So yeah, those are the pros and cons of this one. Let's move on to the next one. Number 8 on the list is the underwater base, and for this one I've placed it right outside the house, and you have to actually just go in a little bit until you find it. It's right there, and it's just basically located underwater. Not much else to it. You go inside, there's your secret base. Yay! Okay, so the pros and cons. The pros, it's fairly well hidden underground, or underwater rather. And the cons are that it's really hard to find. And if someone decides to go swimming down there, they could probably find it. So if I stand at the edge here, I would not be able to see it. So it's hard for me to find, and it's kind of hard for others to find. But if you do go in the water, it is fairly visible right there. So that's it for that. Let's move on to the next one. Next is the jungle base, which is just really annoying basically. You have to keep a bunch of shears at hand, and you have to know exactly where it is. So we have it right here. And instead of shears, I'm just going to keep a bunch of leaves in hand. And basically it's located underneath a bunch of leaves here. So you break off the leaf, replace it, go down, and there's your secret base. So it's pretty simple, but here are the pros and cons. The pros are that you know, it's extremely well hidden. No one's going to find this unless they were really looking for it. The cons, it can be exposed by fire. You have to replace the grass block each time, which is a real pain, and of course it's really hard for you to locate it yourself because in a jungle surrounded by all of these leaves, it's going to be extremely hard to find the one that leads to your secret base. So on to the next one, and the next one is right over here. It is the secret treehouse base, and for this one, you basically make it so that you can access the top or the higher end of the tree. And on the high end of it, you basically use some shears to collect a bunch of leaves and expand the top of the tree using a lot of leaves, and then create your base inside it. Of course, you are limited to the size of the base because a tree obviously can't have too many leaves, otherwise it will be quite obvious that there's something going on up there. So now for the pros and cons. For the pros, no, it's a base. That's about it. For the cons, the tree can be cut down. It can catch on fire, you can get fall damage, and it takes time to get to. And in that time where you'd have to climb it up, someone could spot you going into the base. So that could be a bit of an issue. On to number 6. Okay, finally we're getting to the more interesting bases. This one is the fishing base, and if someone sees you doing this, they'll probably think you're just insane. Basically, you take a fishing rod and you fish into the lava, and it takes a few attempts here because it doesn't always work. But yeah, if you do it right, it will open up the secret base down here, and you have to make sure the rod is hooked until you get in, and then you unhook it and the base will close. And hello, horsey. And yeah, this is the inside. And to exit, you basically go up, go in here, and just walk out basically. So pros and cons for this base. It's very secret, that's the only pro. It's hard to activate at times, that's one of the cons. You're screwed without a fishing rod, so if you were to lose this, then there would be no way to get in unless of course you get rid of the lava here, which would basically defeat the purpose. It will be found out if someone decides to dig around this area, so that's another problem. It's still much better than those bases that we checked out before. The item drop base. Now this one is a really good getaway base. Let's say you were being chased by someone, you could just quickly run up here, and as long as you're a lot faster than them, you could run up, find the opening, throw an item in there. It doesn't matter what it is, just throw an item. Jump down here, that's going to open up the base, run inside, pick up the item once again, and you're really well hidden, and whoever was chasing you will not find you. So this is a really great base. So the pros, it makes for a really quick escape, obviously. And the cons, if someone decides to dig up there, it will no longer be secret because the block will fall, the door will open. Or if someone actually falls down under here, then they'll find out about the base. Another thing is if someone decides to dig around here, they'll find the base. And it also stays open for a really long time. So if you throw a block on there to exit, it's going to take forever to close it, unless of course you use a fishing rod. In which case it can be faster, I guess. But the problem is it can take quite a while for you to get the fishing rod to hook onto the pressure plate. So yeah, it's kind of a pain. I got it there on the second try, but sometimes it takes forever. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Number 8 on the list is the lava fountain or lava flow base, and basically what it does is it creates a wall of lava that basically stops anyone from entering. So to turn it on and off, I've placed a switch behind this lava flow, and you just activate it. And then you wait for the lava to disappear. And here is the bad part. It takes forever for the lava to disappear, and that's why this one is number 8. If it didn't take so long for the lava to disappear, then it would have been number 9 on the list, actually. So it's a really good base, but there's a huge downside to it. So let's just go past this for now. And when you're inside the base, just flick the switch back on, and the lava will flow down and you're protected. So now pros and cons. Pros, it's really well hidden. No one will dig next to lava, and no one will think to look behind a lava flow for a secret base. The cons, it takes time to enter, it takes forever, and if someone sees you entering, then they could easily find out about the base because it takes more than 10 seconds to enter the base when you're in survival mode. So you can burn up really easily because you're standing really close to lava. And someone could probably dig into the actual base itself because it's not really protected by lava, which you could do, I guess. You could surround it by lava if you wanted to. But yeah, those are the cons. Let's move on to the next base. Number 9 on the list is the lava switch base, and it's basically a switch hidden behind the lava, and you activate the switch, which opens up the walls, and you go inside, close the switch, and you're safe. So the pros and cons. The pros, it's really well hidden. Most people would not think to look for a switch inside lava. The cons, someone could easily dig in and you could easily get burnt. Number 1 on the list is the secret lava base. It is activated with a switch here, and I've created a little indicator which determines whether the switch is on or off. So right now it is off because the block is there. However, when it is on, there's lava flowing, and to enter the base, you have to jump into this lava flow. If you run into the lava flow, you will just die, And let me demonstrate that. If you just run, as you can see, it takes forever for you to get in. So in that time you would be dead. But instead, if you run and jump, it's a lot quicker, and you do lose 2 health in this process. However, you will be safely inside your secret base. Let me do this in regular game mode. So one thing you could do is you could find a higher block and just jump into it from there. So I'm going to jump from here. Obviously, it always helps to have 2 hearts of health on you when you jump in, because it will take out 2 hearts. And I had only 1 heart, so I died. So let's try that one more time. So one method which I showed you before and failed was to jump off a slightly higher block or just jump in directly. Another method to get in is to just either walk off or jump off a really high ledge. So let me go into the regular game mode. And I'm just going to walk into the lava flow. So I've got this position directly above, and you just walk down, fall through the lava. It takes out 2 health, obviously, but you are safely inside. And the water basically covers the fall damage. And when you get inside, I have this lever set up so that when you click it, it will close off the entrance, and anyone who follows you will be stuck up there and they will die. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when you make this base, a really good idea would be to cover the entire outside wall of the base with lava like I have done here. And to exit, you won't be able to exit through the entrance because obviously it's covered with lava and the entrance is now closed. So you will have to dig your way out until you find a body of water, and that is the best place to exit. And each of these sides here, let me switch game modes. Game mode 1. Each of these sides here are surrounded by lava as well. So this keeps anyone from entering your base. If they try to dig in or something like that, they will just encounter a bunch of lava and they will get scared and not dig any further. So there's lava on top, lava on this side as well. Whoops. That's fine. And lava on the bottom. So if you dig down, there will be lava down there. So it's completely fortified. Now let's go all the way to the end here. And there is lava surrounding all of the outsides of every single part of this tunnel, as well as the base, which is why it's so secure. And for the entrance, I've put in a little flow of lava which can be opened and closed, and this basically just completes the entire lava package that surrounds the entire base and the hallways here. So to open it, you just step on the pressure plate or put an item on it. Missed both times. Wait until the lava disappears. Obviously I'm in creative mode, so I'm just going to walk right through it, but it will take some time for the lava to disappear. And once you grab your items back, the lava will flow once again. And I've set up a wall here, and the reason for that is, and there's a button, is so that when you exit here, basically you're going to exit out at some point in a body of water, and if you keep the opening there open, it's going to produce some light at nighttime, and people are going to be able to basically figure out that there is something going on down there. But if you close off the entrance, then no one will be able to see anything, and they will not think to dig or check out that place over there. Now the reason you should make your exit at a body of water is because since it's located underneath the water there, no one's really going to want to go down there and dig, because digging underground can be a real pain and nobody wants to do that. And if they try to get in through any other point, like here for example, oh crap, there goes the redstone. I didn't cover that up yet, but let's say they tried to dig from this side, then you would cover that area with lava, and they basically wouldn't be able to get in. So that was a bit of a fail on my part. Forgot I didn't cover that with lava. Anyway, that's it for number 10. It's extremely good. And now let me demonstrate this part as well. If anyone tries to get in, since we did lock the entrance, they would simply get stuck here and they won't be able to go down, even if they were to jump in. So let's jump from a really high point, and yeah, you're just not getting in. So pros and cons. It's well hidden, it's hard to break into, it's protected from miners, and it's really easy to make, and creeper blasts and TNT explosions outside the base will most likely not affect it because of the lava. The cons: you can burn to death if you are not careful. Water is obviously your enemy. If someone decides to throw water all over it, then you will lose all the lava and it will become stone. But luckily that's not something people often do, so it should be fairly well protected. I would make this base underground so that it's not as obvious with so much lava flowing above ground. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for the top 10 bases. If you guys enjoyed this showcase, please feel free to like and share. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments section below. And if you think you have a better idea for a secret base, then please do let me know. I am interested in hearing all of your ideas. However, keep in mind that all of these bases are not modded, so if you are talking about a mod, then, you know, whatever. But yeah, if you were planning to use a mod, then you could probably make a lot better base than these ones here, but these are probably the best you're going to get without a mod. So on that note, I guess we'll finish up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.